She's a little girl, disabled, blind, and unable to walk or talk. A nurse assigned to take care of her was seen slapping and slamming the child in her wheelchair at school. No one there called police. But now her mother is speaking out, and Dave Savini is investigating.
Veniscia Humphrey's daughter, Veniscia, has cerebral palsy. She relied on this nurse and the adults who worked at this Chicago Heights school to protect her.
She's defenseless, and she depended on them to look out for her while she's in their care.
Humphrey says in 2013, her daughter, then 5, was abused by her personal nurse, Teresa Lily Dale.
She slammed her up and down in her wheelchair. She did these things, and my daughter cannot even speak or talk to tell me.
Humphrey says several employees at the Speed School witnessed the abuse but failed to call police.
She was in a stroller and people saw the nurse smacking her in the face.
Smacking her in the face, hitting her repeatedly, and picking her up and slamming her down.
The scary thing about this is the school allowed the nurse to ride home with this child after school officials saw the child being attacked.
Mark McKenna, the family's attorney, says school incident reports show staff members watched through a window as Veniscia was struck by the nurse at 11 a.m., but failed to immediately call the girl's mother.
The mom isn't called until an hour and 40 minutes later, and police aren't called at all by the school. Is there a problem?
There are several problems with that, Dave. Number one, you need to call the police immediately. This is a crime that's taking place.
I was very angry, wondering why you didn't call the police when somebody's been physically harmed. Why you didn't have the bus stopped by the police.
She's the one who ended up calling police, and Teresa Lily Dale was ultimately convicted of battery. But Humphrey says Lily Dale never should have been working for the private nursing agency the state hired, Pediatric Services of America. The nurse's record includes 2 felony convictions for fraud and theft, and arrests for assault with a weapon and criminal damage to property.
All of this taking place to a child who can't talk, can't walk. She's blind.
When you saw her background, would you have hired her to be your daughter's nurse?
Never.
School officials did report the battery to DCFS, but more than an hour after it happened. School officials say this happened under a different administration. Now, if they see a crime, they call police. Pediatric Services of America has not commented. The company and the nurse are now being sued, and Lily Dale's nursing license has been revoked. We reached her by phone late tonight, and she denied any wrongdoing. There's a question of how much emotional trauma this child suffered because she can't communicate. They don't know what she felt or saw. She's legally blind, but she can see some things.
It is so heartbreaking to see that beautiful little girl and know that this happened to her.
That's why it's so important to call police if you're in a school and you see a crime.
All right. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.